Part 3. Listening to Conversations.
Have you seen any good movies lately?
Well, I just saw that new Jim Carrey movie. Have you seen it?
No, but I've heard it's good. Did you like it?
Yeah, it was incredibly funny. Do you like comedies?
Yeah, I have to go see it. I love Jim Carrey.
Do you? Are you a Will Smith fan?
I've heard of him. Is he good?
Yeah, I've seen most of his movies.
Have you?
Question 1.
What are the speakers talking about?
Question 2.
What are the woman's feelings towards Jim Carrey?
Question 3.
What are the man's feelings towards the new Jim Carrey movie?
Oh, look! Here's a Will Smith film.
Oh, I haven't seen that one. Do you want to go?
Yeah, I'm kind of in the mood for a comedy.
Yeah, me too. What time does it start?
It's on at 6 and 9:30. If we leave work right at 5, we can make the 6 o'clock show.
Yeah, but I haven't finished my report. I won't be ready to leave at 5. And what about dinner?
We can get something after the movie.
Well, how about we go at 9:30? It's late, but at least I can finish work, and we can eat.
Question 4.
What are the speakers in the mood for?
Question 5.
What obligations does the man have?
Question 6.
What are the movie showtimes?
Maybe there's another movie at 7 or 8? Let's see.
Oh, I know. Have you seen that new science fiction movie with Bruce Willis?
No, but I've heard about it. I really like sci-fi.
Do you? Well, see if it's playing someplace.
Okay. Oh, Oh, look! It's playing at the plaza tonight.
It is? Perfect. Let's go. What time does it start?
Oh, it starts at 6:30, but you have to finish your report.
Oh, never mind. I'll do it tomorrow.
Question 7.
What are the woman's feelings towards science fiction movies?
Question 8.
What will the man do about his assignment?
Listening to a daily life conversation.
Hello?
Hi, Anna. This is Jack. I called you, a couple of times this week. Everything's okay?
Sorry, Jack. I was just checking my phone messages now and saw you called 7 times.
Well, you usually check your phone messages and call back.
I know it drives you crazy when people don't answer the phone or don't call back.
So when I didn't hear back from you...
Relax. I was on vacation. I went to this kind of adventure camp for a week. Camp Lakewood. You know it?
I've heard of it. Never been there. How was it?
Great. The weather was a bit cold and rainy, but I had a good time.
So what did you do?
Everything. On Monday, we went whitewater rafting. It rained the whole afternoon, but it really didn't matter because we were all wet anyway.
Isn't whitewater rafting dangerous?
A little, I guess. Then we went...
On Tuesday?
Yeah, on Tuesday we went kayaking.
Kayaking is fun.
Yeah, and I was really good at it.
What about the rest of the week?
Every day was different. On Wednesday we went sailing.
Oh, yeah?
I enjoyed it, but I forgot my life jacket in the camp.
Whoa. Forgetting your life jacket is really bad. It's not safe.
I know. I was really worried, but the instructor lent me one. And on Thursday, we went windsurfing. There was a really cute instructor to help us.
So you were out on the water every day?
No. Friday, we went rock climbing.
But a whole week without checking your messages? I thought someone had stolen your phone or you were sick.
I was fine. I told you. You worry too much. Actually, I just forgot my phone.
Question 1.
Why did the man continuously try to reach the woman?
Question 2.
Where was the woman all week?
Question 3.
What types of activities did the woman do?
Question 4.
What would best describe the woman's personality?
Question 5.
What type of person is the man?
Listening for information. You will hear a conversation followed by 6 questions. Choose the best answer to each question.
Sophie, what do you think about solar energy?
I think they should use as much of it as possible, and that the more it is used, the cheaper it will be. Of course, in some places it may not be practical because the sun doesn't shine enough. But not only will it get cheaper if we use it more, but the technology for storing the energy will improve. I think it has to be combined with other forms of energy, though.
How about nuclear energy? What are the advantages of nuclear energy?
The good thing about nuclear energy is that you can make it anywhere. You don't need any special resources like oil or lots of sunshine. You can make a lot of energy with one nuclear power plant, and it doesn't emit greenhouse gases.
Of course, there's the huge problem of nuclear waste.
That's true. They haven't solved that yet. So, as Sophie said about solar energy, it needs to be combined with other kinds of energy.
Felix, it sounds like you don't approve of nuclear energy. Where do you think the world's energy should come from?
First of all, I think we should use less of it. We need to drive more efficient cars and run more efficient factories so we don't need to use so much energy. And then we should use a lot of renewable energy sources like solar and wind power.
Una, what do you think?
It sounds good to say use solar energy, but I think we still need fossil fuels. The whole world is set up for them.
Well, we have lots of different opinions.
Question 1.
What is Sophie's standpoint on solar energy?
Question 2.
What is a potential problem of solar energy?
Question 3.
What is a benefit of nuclear energy?
Question 4.
What is a drawback to nuclear energy?
Question 5.
What is Felix's standpoint?
Question 6.
How does Una feel about fossil fuels?
Listening to a news item.
Height may be the key to a happy marriage. Researchers have discovered what they believe is one of the keys to a happy marriage. A difference in height between the two partners could be a secret ingredient for marital bliss. Professor Kitty Son of Konkuk University in South Korea has discovered that the taller a woman's husband is, the happier she is. Mr. Son said, "A greater height difference in a couple was positively related to the wife's happiness." However, he said the attraction and benefits for a woman having a tall husband do not last forever and diminish over time. Son said the appeal of a taller husband gradually weakened over time. He said he was surprised to find that it took around 18 years of marriage for this appeal to disappear. Professor Son said he was intrigued as to why women seem to prefer taller men. He said, "Although it has been known that women prefer tall men in mating for evolutionary reasons, no study has investigated whether a taller husband makes his wife happier." His study included analyzing data from 7,850 Indonesian women who expressed a preference for taller men. The women said they did not know exactly why they preferred a taller mate. Son wrote, "Women simply like tall men, while unable to say why." He added, "This is similar to people favoring fatty, salty, and sugary foods without knowing exactly why." However, the BBC noted that shorter men can be more stable, better husbands. This is Sean Daly reporting from Nagasaki, Japan.
Listening to a news item.
There's good news for coffee lovers. A new report claims that regular coffee drinkers may live longer than those that do not drink coffee. Researchers say that there is growing evidence that coffee benefits your health, makes you live longer, and reduces the risk of heart disease, type 2 diabetes, other life-threatening illnesses, and even suicide. The study was published by the American Heart Association. It looked at the coffee drinking habits of over 200,000 people who drank between 1 and 5 cups of coffee a day. Researcher Dr. Frank Hu said, "This study provides further evidence that moderate consumption of coffee may confer health benefits in terms of reducing premature death due to several illnesses." Scientists have been working hard to analyze exactly what it is in coffee that provides so many benefits to the health. Dozens of reports in the past few decades have highlighted the positive effects it can have on the body. Dr. Hu said it was still unclear precisely how elements within the coffee bean interact with the body. He said, "Coffee is a complex beverage. It's very difficult to pinpoint exactly which component of coffee is responsible for which benefit." Researchers did not include highly caffeinated drinks in the study. They also pointed out that while coffee seems to have health benefits, added ingredients such as cream, sugar, and certain types of sweeteners do not.
Listening to a discussion.
Excuse me.
Yes?
Are you the reference librarian?
Yes. How can I help you?
Well, I'm looking for a book that compares Great Britain, Australia, Canada, and the United States.
Okay. What exactly are you trying to compare?
I'm not quite sure. How about the cost of living?
Oh. Well, cost of living is, well, it's not very specific. I mean, what aspects of the cost of living do you need to find? Cost of living is a fairly broad topic.
It is?
Well, yes. Do you want this for personal information or is it for a class?
It's for my economics class.
Uh-huh.
With Professor Brooks.
Oh, okay. Well, do you just need numbers or is it a report, a narrative?
Just the numbers. I'm supposed to make a chart. It can be either a pie chart or a bar graph, and I have to have some demographic information, in order to do the chart.
So you want a general comparison. I'm trying to imagine what you'll put on the graph.
Well, I'm not too clear about that. I was thinking I might make several graphs, one for each country with the cost of basic things on it, and then I could compare the graphs.
Was that the assignment? Maybe if you could explain the assignment to me.
Okay. I have it right here, somewhere. Just a minute. Okay, here it is. It says, make a pie chart or a bar graph with at least 4 parts. It should be large enough to share with the class.
That's it?
Uh-huh. But it's for an economics class, and we have to be able to explain it to everyone. So that's why I was going for the cost of living, and my major's international business, so I was interested in comparing several countries.
But the professor really only asked you for one chart.
I guess so. But I'm trying to figure out how to compare those countries on one chart, and it's not that easy.
Okay. Well,
you think I should just do the one chart then?
It's usually better to follow the instructions for an assignment, unless...
Even if it's more than the professor asked for?
It's usually better to check with the professor first, if you want to change the assignment.
Okay, then. I guess I need to choose one country and compare several factors for the one country.
Or, if you want to compare several countries, you probably need to zero in on one factor.
Yeah.
Like the average income for a family of 4, or...
Oh, I see. Maybe I could compare the cost of a home.
Right.
So I could find that in an encyclopedia then.
Well, maybe. But you want current data, and I'm not sure that you'd find demographics on income and home prices in an encyclopedia. Anyway, look, why don't I show you where you can find some reference materials in economics? Then you can browse for a while. Maybe you'll find something that sparks an idea. But if you don't, then just come back to my desk and I'll look with you.
Thanks. That's great.
Listening for information.
Hi. Thanks for coming to Mattress and Bedding World. How may I help you?
Hi. I'd like to buy a set of pillows.
Okay. Well, we have a promotion for the holiday season. If you buy 2 pairs of our new feather pillows, you get 1 free.
That sounds great, but my husband is allergic to feathers. That's the reason why we have to get new bedding. He keeps getting itchy eyes. I'm interested in getting some synthetic pillows.
Ah, I see. Well, we do have the synthetic filling, but there are actually a lot of alternatives you might want to consider instead of feather. Are you looking for a firmer pillow or a softer one?
I'm not sure. These are meant to be a Christmas gift for my husband. What are the different types?
Besides the synthetic, we have the memory foam and the latex, which are both really comfortable. If you want something good for neck pain, you might consider a microbead or buckwheat pillow.
Buckwheat? Really? I remember getting a little buckwheat pillow from my physical therapist that I could put in the microwave and put on my shoulder when it was sore. It was really nice, but I don't know if my husband would like sleeping on it.
Yeah, I'd only recommend the buckwheat if you really needs it for pain relief. I think your best bet for a nice gift would actually be the memory foam. It's a little more expensive, but it's our most popular pillow right now.
I've heard a lot about memory foam, but I've never actually slept on it. What is memory foam exactly?
Well, it was originally developed by NASA. You know, the organization that sends people into space? It's basically a foam with a cell structure that allows it to form around whatever it touches and then spring back into shape, so it never loses its shape, unlike other kinds of pillows. It really is comfortable. I use one myself.
Well, it sounds nice. I think I'll get these 2. One for my husband and one for me.
Sounds good. Follow me and I'll ring these up for you. Would you like to take a look at our pillowcases as well?
Question 1.
Why does the woman want to buy new pillows?
Question 2.
Why did the woman have a buckwheat pillow in the past?
Question 3.
According to the man, which of these is true of buckwheat?
Question 4.
According to the man, which of these is true of memory foam?
Question 5.
Which of these options best describes the man's opinion?
Question 6.
What will likely happen next?
Listening to viewpoints. Suburbs. They're a curious beast. They're neither urban nor rural, and their sole purpose is to provide a space for domestic life. With their homogeneous architecture and thematic subdivisions, they're often perceived as ugly. Their visual monotony stems in part from the fact that they were meticulously planned, in contrast to city centers, which evolved organically and haphazardly over time in response to changing economic influences. But ever since the internal combustion engine revolutionized commuting, the suburbs have attracted the inhabitants of the cramped and chaotic inner city and lured them out to the periphery. In the 1970s, essayist Narendra Benzal described how this would-be paradise evolved to embody the worst of the postmodern world. Benzal said that suburbanites had opted out of the vibrant urban communities that held society together. She predicted that suburbanites' alienation and boredom would eventually give rise to an anxiety epidemic. This anxiety, she felt, would eventually make suburbanites return to closer-knit, psychologically healthier urban neighborhoods. So in fact, the prefabricated houses and manicured lawns that gave the suburbs their initial appeal would eventually be their downfall. In 2008, suburban sprawl was curtailed by the financial crisis. It was then that Benzal went from disdain to doom-mongering. She famously declared that the death of the suburb was at hand. This dismal view of suburbia was unwarranted, says demographer Lee Stevanowick. She maintains that families and professionals are flocking to the suburbs, especially in the developing world, where rapid economic growth has been associated with declining urban density. Stevanowick suggests that as populations gain in wealth, they consume more goods and take up more space. This trend, she says, is proof that we're not witnessing suburbia's demise. Instead, she believes, we're witnessing how a growing global middle class is affecting settlement patterns. Sociologist and best-selling author Manuel Rubio observes that millions of people around the globe are lining up to swap urban frenzy for suburban tranquility. However, Rubio questions whether global suburbia can survive the war on global warming, since car culture is one of suburbia's most persistent features. Meanwhile, in the first world, Rubio sees the young, the bored, and the frustrated turning their collective backs on the white picket fence world they sprang from. To Rubio, this suggests that suburban life satisfies people who are willing to settle for less, but that it can't satisfy the appetites of those eager for material success. Perhaps Benzal's prophecy of mass anxiety is being realized in at least some of the population.